I ran across this long 1888 news article out of St. Louis about the mound builders. And don't you think it's a little funny that we're still calling them the mound builders well over 100 years later after this article? It almost seems like they don't want us to know their real name. And once you start to lay out all the puzzle pieces just within this article, you start to understand why their real name has not been given to us. One of those puzzle pieces is Piazza, which means the bird that devours men. And this mythical creature was everywhere. It was on cliffs up and down the Mississippi Valley. Marquette described it with deer-like horns, red eyes, beard like a tiger, and a long tail. This dragon-like monster wasn't just found in the Mississippi Valley. It was also in the Yucatan on its sculptured walls. Even in Aryan mythology, they find this creature. But then, it doesn't talk about mythology anymore. It talks about what's being found in North America at this time. It is, of course, well known that the fossil remains of gigantic creatures of the flying reptile order have been found in Nebraska, Colorado, Dakota, and Wyoming, which far surpass the fabled dragons in proportions. Some of them were over 100 feet long. Now, that gentleman, he named out 4 states that was found in, but he left out one, which is Montana, because this miner in the Montana mountains found something very, very similar. He had discovered the petrified skeleton of an enormous reptile, perfect in every detail from head to tail. The bones of the head showed plainly that the monster was well equipped for aggressive warfare. Curved fangs hinged to the upper jaw, 18 inches long, lay in place in what was once a huge mouth, which could open easily 4 feet. The monster lay in nearly a straight line, and Mr. Hardy found upon pacing it off that it measured upwards of 120 feet. About 50 feet from the head lay a number of bones that appeared to belong to the skeleton, and which Mr. Hardy concluded were the wings. Judge Watson, who has read much on prehistoric mammals and fossils, states that this is probably the only perfect specimen of a dragon in existence. So how many old articles, symbols, depictions do we need to admit that this place was and still is far more mythical than we could ever imagine? Love y'all, and have a good day.